What's up, Fit Lab crew? Coach Casey here for the Whiteboard Breakdown for May 1st. Yes, it is May. I can't believe it. Hopefully we'll be back in the gym in no time. For your equipment for the workout today, you're going to need a jump rope, and then we have some options for our strength section with either 1 or 2 dumbbells or kettlebells. If we have 2, that'd be awesome so that we can add a little extra weight here. Or if we have a barbell for a front rack or back rack squat. Again, that would be awesome if we can get a little bit more weight and some strength training in. For our warm-up, we're going to start off with 2 minutes of cardio. So if that is a 400-meter run, a bike, a row, some jump rope, we're just trying to get a little sweaty and get our body moving for 2 minutes. After we come back in from that 2 minutes of cardio, we're going to do a little hip flow. So we have 4 different exercises we're doing for 5 reps. Okay, starting off in our first exercise with a hip flexor stretch. So this is called the Samson stretch. We're tucking our glutes underneath, driving that hip forward, and where the Samson part comes in is that big reach back, and then we're relaxing. We're gonna do that 5 times. So squeeze that butt, curl the hips underneath, and then reach back. After we finish that leg, we're gonna stay in this same exact position and work the other leg in a half split. So I'm gonna kick that leg out, almost like a side lunge. Hands go down, and I'm gonna rock my hips back. So this is where I'm feeling that stretch right in that groin, and then forward to relax. If it feels better, I can always split out a little bit wider as I get closer to those 5 reps. Next one we have is a kneeling hinge. So again, in the same position, I'm gonna kick my leg out. I'm going to hinge my hips backwards so I get a good stretch in my hamstring. If I can pull on that toe for a little extra stretch in that lower leg, and then relax. And just continue to flow through those 5 reps. Last one, it's gonna be the world's greatest stretch. Hands right next to the heels, and that's not an opinion, that's just what it's called. I'm gonna elevate that back knee. I'm gonna bring my elbow down, and then I'm gonna come up and I'm gonna rotate from here. You can push the knee out, you can rotate a little bit harder, and then come down, elbow back down, and rotate again. When I finish the 5 on this side, I'll switch which leg I'm kneeling with and do everything on the other side. Then we're gonna go into 2 rounds of a bunch of different squat variations to start to warm up for our squat. So 2 rounds of all of these exercises. 10 just regular squats. 10 or 8 bootstrap squats. So all the way down into my squat, elevate the hips into a hamstring stretch, and then right back down. After my bootstrap squats, I'm doing sumo squats. So I'm widening out my feet, turning the toes out slightly, knees following in the same direction as my toes, and then standing it up. Next one is ankle rocks in that squat. So I'm in the bottom of my squat, I'm gonna rock right to left, holding a couple of seconds on each rock just to warm up my Achilles and my ankle. And I'm gonna do 4 per side here, holding for about 2-3 seconds. Last one we're gonna do is an inchworm push-up. So I'm going to go into my hamstring stretch, walk those hands out into a push-up, rock out 1 push-up, and then walk those hands back towards my feet. I do that 1 more time, and then go through all of those for 1 more round. Then we're going to do a practice round of our strength. So if you wanted to add a tiny bit of weight here, like a small kettlebell or dumbbell, or maybe just our barbell, to see how it feels with a little bit of load, or you can just do this one body weight, and then start to work our way up for our actual workout portion. Okay, so the 3 movements that we have are 7 bottom to halfway up, 7 top to halfway down, and then 7 full squats. So for our first round, we're going to do a practice round with almost no load. So going into the bottom of my squat, from here, I'm coming halfway up, just above 90, and then back down with my hips just below 90. So I'm going up, down, trying to keep my knees in the same direction, chest up nice and tall. Once I finish those 7, I'm going to do the same thing, but from the top down. So from the top, I'm going halfway down, and then up and locking out. So same position I was at the bottom halfway up, but now working from the top down. So I get a chance to get into my brace position at the top, take a breather, and go into the next rep. After I get my 7 from the top halfway down, then I just do 7 full. All right, so those are the 3 movements that we're going to be doing for our strength. And how we're going to roll through that is we're going to be doing this every 2 minutes on the minute for 6 total rounds. Okay, so you'll do 7, 7, 7, and then the remainder of those 2 minutes we'll have to rest. We can add weight progressively through those 6 rounds as we go. So 21 reps total is a lot to do back to back to back, so it's most likely not going to be anything near our 1 rep max. Today's Metcon is going to be a 20-minute AMRAP. This one is pretty straightforward with our movements. We have a little bit of a different one at the very end here to spice it up. So we have 40 body weight squats, 20 push-ups, and then 10 reverse burpees. Every 2 minutes though, we're going to do 40 double unders or 80 singles starting at the beginning of the workout. So when we say ready, set, go, you start off with your double unders, then you get into your 40 squats. Then every 2 minutes, you repeat that 40 double unders or those 80 singles as we work our way up through that 20-minute time frame. So thinking about this as we're going through, squats, no weight here, so they all should be unbroken. If our pace, if we're really, really strong in our squat, our pace may be very quick. If we know we struggle a little bit, we should still be moving through all 40, but we may just do it a little bit more methodical and lock out and then come back down. But we should be able to get all 40 unbroken. Push-ups here are going to be the spot where we're going to have to break these up. So if your max is around 20, you're probably going to break those up into sets of 5 to 10. We don't want to burn out too much because we're most likely to get a lot of rounds here. If you are advanced and you have 30 to 40, you may do that first one fully unbroken, and then as we get deeper into it, start to break those up into maybe 15, 5, 10, 10, and just kind of see how your body's feeling after a few rounds, because you can always adjust as we go. Reverse burpees, this is the fun one that we have today. So a few different options here for our reverse burpee. Ideally, we'll go from the hardest version to the easiest version. So I'm going down into a squat, I'm sitting down, and then I'm going into a hollow, and then stand up, clap overhead. To make this easier, we can bend the knees as we go back, just like we would for our hollow position and our hollow regression. And then we can also use our hands and feet a little bit more as we're trying to stand up if it's a little too difficult. So as I come down, we can make it a little easier by bending the knees. Or we can start to use our hands. Also, we can bend the knee here as we come up to stand up and then climb, okay? So try those few different variations. You can always lift the ground as well. So if you do have like a mat where you can get your butt off the ground a little bit, that'll also help us get our feet underneath us. After we finish that 20-minute AMRAP, we have 2 minutes of a cow stretch per leg. So get a box, get a wall, and put 1 foot up that wall or box, knee close, and then we're going to straighten out our back, get a nice stretch in that quad and that hip flexion. All right, guys, finish your week off strong, knock out your Friday workout.